Hello everyone, I hope you're doing alright. Today I have for you a VOD from Mr. Cryptic. Cryptic is a very solid PvPer. He's a pretty solid dude as well. Thank you very much, Cryptic, for sending your VOD in. I really do appreciate it. If you want to send your own VODs in for review, by all means, send them my way to bigsgaming@gmail.com. Only one G on the bigs. bigsgaming@gmail.com, and we can go through your VOD together and hopefully learn something in the process. Now, two brief disclaimers. First of all, I know that Cryptic is a pretty solid PvPer, which is good, fantastic. It's good news and bad news. The good news is that you're a good PvPer. The bad news is that I'm going to be really picky with my complaints, all right? These are like really tiny details that I'm going to be really nagging on because it's important to take your game to the next level, all right? It's not a reflection of you as a PvPer. Everyone makes these mistakes, and that's my second disclaimer. I make these same mistakes all the time. This stuff happens, right? We all make human mistakes. This is not the rag on Cryptic hour. This is the learn something together hour. So thank you very much, Cryptic, for sending your VOD for review. I really do appreciate it, dude. The first thing that I noticed that we haven't done yet is that we have not talked to our chat at all. We have not said to our team, hey, we should probably be like targeting someone, right? We should probably sit here and say, you know, hit the DPS that doesn't have a guard on, right? It's obvious for those of us who do a lot of arenas, like this is kind of the established strat. However, especially in Rags war zones like this one, it's usually a good idea to say, please hit the DPS doesn't have a guard. Hit the Guardian doesn't have a guard, right? Very simple things you can be doing to help communicate with your team. We're not all mind readers, so just one little thing we should be doing next time, communicate with your team. You'll see a whole lot of benefit from it. Now, we do something interesting here where we open up with the stealth and predation opener. This is kind of a common one in arenas, except in this particular situation, it's a little weird because the sniper rolled forward and they're all melee. So we really just spent all of our mobility and accomplished nothing in the process. And now we end up in this situation where the sniper has gone away and we didn't have any mobility to get back to him. Now we got kind of lucky and then we got really unlucky. So let's break this down very quickly here. So we come here. We don't have any of our movement abilities, right? We're kind of in trouble. We get really lucky when the sniper phases away and he starts to come back in the fact that he is not in cover. If he got into cover earlier here, we're in big doggy doo-doo, which is why that initial stealth and predation opener is really dangerous if you don't have any other ways to chase down the sniper. So we get lucky, we come here, we get lucky, we're able to lead to him, and then we make a catastrophic mistake when it comes to actually playing snipers, and we stand in the wrong place. When you are playing snipers, or playing against a sniper as a melee, you need to stick your cute little backside to any form of vertical objects, all right? Stick your butt where if he knocks you back, you're gonna come right here, and you can just, get back to Boneland. You can come here, you have these railings back here, you have these boxes back here you can easily be taking advantage of if you stand in the right spot. However, if you stand in the wrong spot, if you stand back here where he can knock you back to Madagascar, you're gonna be in for a bad time. We've already used all of our movement abilities, right? We don't have any way to quickly get back to him if he knocks us further away. I don't care if you're in arenas, I don't care if you're in rags, I don't care if you're in open world PvP. If you're fighting a sniper, positioning. Stick that cute little ass of yours right up against a pole, and then that way when they use their knockback, you're not gonna go anywhere, all right? Positioning, very important because we get absolutely railed by this gargantuan knock. He's gonna knock us back here, and now we're in this corner, which is, not the place we want to be. Now, Cryptic is very aggressive with the stealth out. So you can see he uses another stealth out, and that might not always be the correct play because the sniper wasn't targeting us, no one was hitting us. We get the minor speed boost from using this stealth out, but we're not going to have this later on when we kind of need it. So you might want to tone it down a little bit. We opened up in the stealth in the opener when we weren't first target and the melee came to us. We're stealthing out now when no one's hitting us and there's no really good use for it. So we're smashing stealth a lot, which is fine and kind of like drops our aggro, but we're not getting the full benefit of it, right? They're like supremely average stealths to get you away from people, but we're not really reaping the benefit, right? So that's just one thing to keep in mind as we come back here, go in and do a whole bunch of damage. Now, his damage rotation is fine. He's playing concentration. He's doing a whole bunch of damage. This is kind of the way we want to be rolling. The Guardian, we're going to swap to him. He's going to have guard. Good decision. That's fine. Even if we're tunneling through ED right here, that's actually kind of fine because the Guardian doesn't have any way to recover health after this. But this situation is going to quickly go from like really manageable to really dangerous. And this is very common in arenas right now. You can see here, we're in a relatively solid position, and in a very short period of time, we're gonna go from like solid, doing okay, to we're gonna be in Boneland, all right? We're gonna be in very big trouble. You see, we went very quickly from solid position to this position, with a couple of extra downsides, right? So right here, we're at 10% health. What has gone wrong? But one thing that's gone wrong right here is we went from 70% health to 10% health, and we didn't use our Guarded by the Force. We didn't use our Adrenal. We didn't use our Saber Ward. We didn't use any of these. We don't even have Rebuke up. So we didn't pop a single defensive cooldown as we went from 70% health to 0% health. That's very dangerous. How did we get here? Well, I can tell you exactly how we got here. It's a mistake that all of us make with relative frequency. If we come back to here, what is Cryptic looking at here? No, I'm not a mind reader, but in this case, I'm pretty sure that I am. A lot of people, a lot of DPS are bloodthirsty, all right? They see a man chilling here with 9% health, and they think, time to kill, time to kill, time to kill, time to kill. And they forget to pay attention to the most important health bar on the screen, and that's your own health bar, all right? He has lost all focus on this health bar right here to try to kill this health bar right here. This man's gonna die, all right? Don't go down with him. And so, because he was so distracted by trying to murder this health bar, we lose focus on the fact that there is a focused Guardian currently pumping us very aggressively, right? Focus Guardian, 40k hit right away, boom, 20k hit, boom, 30k hit, boom. Then we use a stealth out, which is fine. Stealth out's good, but we didn't get any benefit from it because we popped right back in here. And immediately after we pop back out of stealth, both these guys swap back to us because we have no health, right? Taking more dig, and we still haven't popped any defensive cooldowns. We've gotten so focused on, hitting the target that's at low health that we've completely neglected our own health bar. We got tunnel vision on trying to kill this sniper who's gonna die sooner rather than later, that we have completely neglected our own health bar. So, tunnel vision, we'll work on that, all right? It's fine, I get it, it happens. But we didn't pop a single defensive cooldown when we went from 70% health to 4% health, which is kind of very dangerous. Now, this does end up working out. We end up killing the sniper here. We pop our Guarded, which means we have a few seconds of invincibility. Great, fantastic. Stealth out, we run away, right? But we don't get very far with this particular stealth out, right? Now, we did stealth out, we did get out, this is all fine. This is all fine and good in theory. We stealthed out, we got away, but we didn't really go anywhere, which is kind of a problem for us. So if you remember, we spent all those stealths in the beginning, right? We did the first opening stealth that didn't really get us anything. We did the second stealth trying to get up the stairs, which didn't really get us anything. We used the third stealth in the middle of that fight, which got the focus Guardian off of us for like half a second, and then we continue to get our cheek clapped. Now we don't have that second stealth to really get away, which means we're really stuck in this corner, and the fight is happening literally right around, let's play this for 2 more seconds here. The fight is happening about 30 meters away. The fight is happening right around this corner right here, about 30 meters away, right? If this is a sweatier game, you just die here, right? If there is someone that's actively chasing you down, this is not a winning situation. Currently, we have Mr. Aurelio at 6% health. We have you at 10% health, who should be chased down and died if this was a sweatier game. It's not, so it's fine. Because we didn't effectively spend those stealth outs, you weren't able to kite to Kenya, right? Most of the times when you get down to this situation, you want to be running to the other side of the map. I can't even draw. You want to be going to the other side of the map and then to the other side of the map. Instead, we're stuck here 30 meters away from the guy that is very capable of murdering us in one hit. So, this is just a consequence of us not really effectively managing those stealth outs. So that's just one little thing to be taking note here as we continue on with the match. However, our teammates end up clutching up this 2v2. They get rid of the tank, they get rid of the DPS. it all kind of works out despite being a little closer than it perhaps needed to be. Now, he's not pumping all the numbers in the world. That's actually totally fine. We'll talk about that in a hot second here. He's doing damage. He's killing people. It kind of all works out. We're going to go into the second round. Again, we haven't really communicated with our team. The only thing that someone says here is, hey, can I get a guard? And that's all anyone really says. The situation's kind of changed a little bit here. Who are we targeting? There's 4 people on enemy team. Is there someone you guys want to go for? No one's saying anything, right? We're all kind of just chickens running around with their heads cut off. So, that's all right. It is what it is. Just communicate. You should be fine. This is a very dangerous situation for us because they have deception sins now. They have a whole bunch of damage. And then watch as we go from 100% health to now we are in this boat. We are first target and now we're just stealthing out. So, what happened here? In about 6 seconds, I think the fight starts about here. Yep. So 425, we go from full health to taking all the dick in the world to stealthing out. Now, I just ended the slideshow. Hold up. We'll come back here. I think it's like 426, right? Yeah. Now, what is wrong with this situation? What is wrong with this screenshot right here? Well, once again, we have guarded. We have saber. We have our adrenal. We didn't use any of them when we were first target. Now, I understand it moves fast. That's fine. We used our rebuke, which is like a good defensive cooldown. But when you're first target like that and you don't have a guard on you, you need to be popping those defensive cooldowns a little bit faster. Especially in like a Regs Warzone like this where you can't really depend on your teammates to be like the fastest guard swappers in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world to be throwing around some of these defensive cooldowns a little bit earlier. Because what has happened now is you have stuck your team in a 3v4. You've gotten in 6 seconds of damage, and now you have to kite to Madagascar, right? So we'll play the Vaughn here. Here we go. Now we have to run away and heal up because we're kind of just stuck, right? If we had popped our defensive cooldowns, you would pop a saber ward there, you stay in the fight for an extra 10 seconds, and then you duck out at like 50% health. Instead, we're stuck in this corner, right? So just small little things that could be better. Being a little faster on those defensive cooldowns will save you a whole lot more. You don't have to be, goodness gracious, especially in DPS matches, you don't have to be so stingy with them. But it's fine. We healed up, we come back relatively quickly, we're all good. Now we make another mistake here. Who are we tunneling into? What do they have right now? We are tunneling into a Guardian that has guard on him and ED rolling, which it happens. Stuff like this goes very quickly. And then he makes a very, very solid play. He swaps back to the sniper, sniper runs, and he chases. For those of you who have never seen proper Sentinel gameplay before, chase the goddamn sniper, all right? He chased. He did the smart thing. Do not let the sniper run away and heal up, all right? Chase him down and murder that man and do not let him get away. Additionally, he does a very smart thing here. He positions correctly. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at that positioning. See, he learned from round 1 because what did we talk about? This right here. Good positioning. Good positioning. He's not knocked 30 years away because he hit this light pole. He could stand over here and get knocked into these boxes. He wasn't standing. He learned from his mistakes. He wasn't standing in dum-dum land here, where he could get knocked 30 years this way, or this entire back line where he could be knocked 30 years away. Instead, he stood in the good position. This is a good job. Thumbs up, my dude. You positioned correctly, learn from your mistakes, and now we're not gonna be sitting here in dum-dum land waiting to get dicked on by the sniper. We sit here, we chase, we position correctly, we murder the sniper. Good job. Again. Now we have an option here. Hold up, let's back up for 2 seconds. We have the option here of either healing up. You can see right here, he has his heal up available if he wants to take it. But he doesn't have to. Because right now his teammates are stuck in a 2v2 and he has all his defensive cooldowns. Now we might have screwed our team before by not popping our defensive cooldowns, but he makes a smart decision here because he's not going to sit here and waste 10 seconds and risk his teammates getting completely dicked on by this deception sin. He's going to play a little aggressively. He has his med pack, so it looks like he's 35% health. He has like 70% health. He has all of his defensive cooldowns ready to go, which means he can play a little bit more aggressively. He did kind of botch it in the beginning, but now he's going to make up for it because now instead of not sitting back here and just healing up, he's going to run in and get back into the fight very quickly and ensure he's taking the 3v2 instead of leaving his teammates in the 2v2. So very smart decision. Forces the Sin to stealth out. Very good job, bro. Very, very good job. Now we did get a little bit lucky here, right? Because if we scroll back to like here, if this Sin is good, he will chase you down and he will murder you very, very quickly, which is why it's so dangerous to get knocked down so low so quickly without having any defensive cooldowns. We got kind of lucky here in the fact that the Sin decided not to chase us. If the Sin chases you here and he has his burst ready, he will stun you and then apply the big dick damage. If you break that stun, he'll stun you again and there's nothing you can do there. You just die. So we got a little bit lucky here, but hey, being lucky is sometimes better than being good. So just little things to be keeping in mind was why it's so important. However, at the end of the day, we come in, come back, take the 3v2. Again, SWTOR is a numbers game. Very, very important. If you can force the 3v2 or the 4v3, it's very, very useful for your team. So good job hopping back in there, my guy. And we ended up getting the W. So at the end of the day, it's hard to complain. I care way more. I don't really care what this number here says. This number right here, meaningless. This number is meaningless. All that really matters is this number up here, right? So what do we need to work on, right? The first thing that we want to work on is don't just spam the stealth out button, right? Have a reason behind every stealth out. Now, using your stealth out's good, right? It's a good thing that you're hitting your stealth out button, but don't just be hitting it for the sake of hitting it. Because in that first match, we got ourselves in a lot of trouble because we had to stealth out and hide about 30 meters away from where the fight was actually happening. Very, very dangerous. We didn't have that extra ability to run and really create space with our stealth outs. The second thing that we're going to focus on is our positioning. Very, very important for us. And the third thing we're going to focus on is popping those defensive cooldowns when we're taking the dick, right? Pay attention to your own health bar more than anything else, because if a focus guardian gets on you and starts clapping you like they did in that first round, or if you're the first target and you're not ready for it and you take all that damage in the opener and you don't use defensive cooldowns, they've done nothing for you, right? So those are the three little basic tips here. If I had to give you a grade for this game, I'd give you like a B+, you know? Won the game, did your job, congratulations, good job. But there are things that we could be doing better in the future that we can all be taking advantage of. So thank you to Cryptic for sending in this game. Very well done, very well done. Very generous of you to put yourself out there in front of all these people, these lovely commenters who I'm sure are going to say very nice things about you. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, conundrums, fire them over my way. And again, if you want your VOD reviewed, by all means, send them my way. And also, if I'm not familiar, I know Cryptic, so I can kind of like, I'm a pretty good judge of his current skill level. If you want to say like, hey, I'm just learning, or hey, I'm trying to get really good, let me know. That way we can focus on like the really nitty gritty details, or we can focus on like the general concepts of PvP as a reviewer VOD. So that's all I have. Hope you guys have a fantastic time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it was interesting for you. And that's all I got. Take care. Peace.